Lots more text as we get through the programme today. Back to our phone lines on line 2 and to Francis Clark. Hi, Francis.
Good morning.
Are you a so-and-so?
Not really, but I am a sewist.
Okay, a sewist. I always wonder what a collection of sewing people would be called, because, you can't be called sores, because that sounds like S-O-R-E-S, doesn't it?
It is, and it's a lovely term that the group came up with at the beginning of this project, kind of, I suppose, 4 or 5 weeks ago. And sure enough, we're a force to be reckoned with. There's over 500 posts in the group now. And we have about 3,000 users through our account. So we're a large group, and we're working really, really hard on helping to provide fabric masks for donation to the vulnerable.
God, there's so much doom and gloom around at the moment, Francis. It's great to hear something positive. Okay, so tell us, you've got 500 people who can sew, sewists, and you're helping out across the whole country. Tell us all about it.
Yes, I suppose the group is, we've over 12,000 masks made to date. There's over 500 sews across the island of Ireland, so it's north and south. So, and we have about, 10,000 in funding raised through a GoFundMe appeal so far. So we're basically working in the background, manufacturing a very high quality product to donate to the community of people who are working with the vulnerable. So it's a high quality, high thread count fabric mask, 100% cotton. So I suppose in reality you're talking about a piece that's dense enough to capture viral particles but breathable, so we can wear them. Wow.
And very important. And what's the deficit of that sort of equipment here? Are we always looking for more?
Yes. So I suppose as a group, we rely very heavily on, we are donating the masks, so we are relying very heavily on people out there to donate materials to us. And people have been really, really good. I mean, I suppose we know the amount of, solidarity that's out there and goodwill throughout this pandemic. So, people that want to help out that cannot sew are very, very eager to donate materials to the project, which is great. Mm-hmm. We're working on that all the time. In relation to in Cork, we just have a new subgroup. We have a new Facebook under construction for a subgroup in Cork. But we all work together. So that we collectively, say for example, there are 20 posts in Cork at the moment. So if we get an order in from a nursing home, for example, that they need 100, we can work together as a group to fulfil that order, to get the mask to that nursing home as quick as possible. Okay,
so you've got a Facebook group. You probably have a WhatsApp group to keep everybody in contact as well, do you? So if an urgent appeal comes in from, say, a nursing home, you can dedicate and task everybody towards fulfilling that need.
That's right. And we're doing that very quickly, and we talk about, the standard polypropylene face masks, surgical masks that, the users use in hospitals, nurses, doctors, etc., and any healthcare worker in a health setting. We know the problems that have been in sourcing those. So, and there still is a huge shortage. This mask can fulfill that need as best it can, to protect, the vulnerable. I suppose the bottom line is that we protect the vulnerable, and we know that at this stage. Mm-hmm. So we now know, more and more experts are controlling the face mask. You had Professor Luke O'Neill on the Sunday Independent, and it's not his first time, talking about the face mask and, how the great value that they have in the pandemic. So,
well, what do you reckon it costs, material-wise, to make a face mask?
A face mask, roughly, I would say, in terms of materials, not time, just materials alone, one face mask, we're talking about, €4 or €5.
Yeah.
Whereas you would pay, if you were to buy...
Francis, sorry, are you on a speakerphone? Because the sound is coming and going.
Sorry, I'm off speaker now. Sorry.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
Is that it? Okay.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
I'm moving around as I'm talking. Sorry. So, I mean, you would pay, the equivalent of €15, you pay €15 for the equivalent of that online if you're to order it. And it might take 2 or 3 weeks to get in. So, we are very much, I suppose we're a cottage industry, we donate everything, we're not charging for anything, but our time, we're giving a huge amount of time to this and willingly so,
Okay.
I suppose everybody is trying to find, a way of helping, people that need the help in this pandemic, and I suppose this is our way of doing that.
Fantastic. And how can the general public support you? What sort of materials could you use?
So I suppose we have a dedicated Facebook page, which is Masks for All Ireland, so it's against COVID-19. That's easy to find, and on that page, there's a GoFundMe appeal link, and people can, contribute directly to that very easily. For example, I'll have to give a shout out to Hedgehog Fibres in Little Island, who donated to that page just recently. People can also donate fabric. Like there's a number and materials. There are a number of fabric shops, sending out materials specifically for this project to sews across the country. So they're dedicating this particular, and they're giving a discount as well on materials, which is great. So everybody wants to help in some way. So people can donate fabric, elastic. We're always looking for 100% cotton fabric, 6mm elastic, and other polycotton fabric can also be used for the ties for the masks.
Okay, so if you don't have the wherewithal, you don't know the technology to get involved in donating, for instance, on GoFundMe, you can find perhaps on your Facebook page a list of contributing fabric shops, and maybe somehow social distancing applied to, somehow get the money to them, and they can up their delivery to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Sews themselves are, getting fabric from family, from friends. There's a lot going on in the background. A lot of people are donating already, but the demand is very, very high. So if you take a typical example, we're focusing particularly on the nursing homes at the moment of supplying masks to that group. We supply to all vulnerable groups, but we figured out that we would need about 82,000 masks to cover every nursing home across the country, and that's a lot of masks, that's a lot of fabric. That's
164 masks each for each of your sewers.
Yeah, but that's not, we 500, and 164, easily, for example, I am a teacher, so I'm remote teaching during the day, and I do this at night, at the weekends, happily to do so. But, the sewers are working really, really hard, and they're meeting demand as they come in to the best of their ability. And certainly, the end users are not waiting around for them. We're very efficient about getting our supply out there. So,
could I venture, Frances, that without this sort of radio exposure, you probably would have laboured away unknown to the general public. So we're delighted to be able to help you. And indeed, if anyone else is doing sort of this behind the scenes, unrecognised work, I saw this morning that for my old buddy Richard Marshall in Cove, Marshall Fabrics, being thanked by Cove Hospital for what they're doing. Also, another friend of mine in DE Signs, Kieran Brown, has retasked his production line to making the face visors. And, it's amazing the application of people when we're facing an emergency. This is a war against an invisible enemy, but people are really, pardon the pun, Richard, they're marshalling their collective knowledge and their goodwill together to help.
And we know we haven't seen it as strong as we've seen it over the last number of weeks during the pandemic. I'm always fascinated in the goodwill of people. And if nothing, it's brought out the best in most people, which is great to see on another level. So, yes, we're a very busy group working away in the background, and we do appreciate materials. And, if you can get the word out there to people that we're looking for those materials and to contribute to the GoFundMe appeal.
Yeah, where do people, is there an easy search on Facebook? I have a link here, but it would take me all day to read it. Is there an easy search on Facebook for you guys?
Yeah, if you... link here in front of me, but if you go into Facebook and you search, it comes up directly. If you type in that exact title, Masks for, and it's number 4 for All Ireland.
Masks for All Ireland. Masks for
All Ireland.
Number 4, All Ireland.
All Ireland, and then SOASTs against COVID-19.
Okay, SOASTs against COVID-19 and Masks for All Ireland.
Yeah, number 4 Ireland.
Number 4.
That will bring you directly to the website very easily.
Brilliant stuff. Happy to stitch that